Welcome to the front lines of the justice system, where the difference between freedom and a 10-year sentence often comes down to one thing: showing up. Today we're watching the case of Crystal Colleen Cherry. Look at her tattoos. One says loyalty, but the judge is asking a pointed question. Loyalty to who? Crystal is clearly emotional, and we're about to find out why. This isn't just about a missed meeting. It's about a wild child dealing with the loss of her mother and the loss of her children. But in a courtroom, does trauma excuse a violation of the rules? Let's find out.
This word is my mom's last name.
Aware of what's going on, and she's competent to have this hearing this morning.
But here's my question. This is not our first motion to revoke, and it's for the same issue. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grant the motion, find you guilty, revoke.
Fingers. May I see them, please?
Loyalty.
Loyalty to who?
It says loyalty outvalues everything.
No. There's loyalty and something else on there. What does it all say?
You're crying, and I know you're crying because you don't want to go to prison. And you're just like, I was just across the street. So neither the state nor the defense wants him to go to prison. He's very young. That's why I'm looking at things slightly differently. So CR 6941, State of Texas versus Crystal Colleen Cherry. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Thank you. Welcome to the state, Your Honor.
Defense.
Robert Porter from Ms. Chair.
And are you Miss Cherry?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Porter, you were appointed recently to represent her. Have you had ample time to speak with her and confer?
I have it.
All right, and are you waiving your notice?
I have it.
Ms. Cherry, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Crystal Colleen Cherry who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 6941 for the offense of assault on a public servant on January 30th, 2023 for a period of 2 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, state.
Violating condition number 4, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Crystal Colleen Cherry did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of August and September 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True.
And Your Honor, we waive the other violations alleged in the motion.
Any objections?
No objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's pause. The defense just asked for something huge: a dual diagnosis program. For those of you watching at home, dual diagnosis means Crystal is dealing with both substance abuse and mental health issues. The court is trying to be flexible here because she's young. But did you catch the red flag? She wants to stay with a friend up the street because her own father calls her the wild child. The judge is skeptical, and honestly, so am I. If you were the judge, would you trust her to stay with a friend or insist on a supervised facility? Drop a comment below. I want to see where you stand on this.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. We're asking that you deny the motion, continue the defendant on probation, alter and amend the conditions for weekly reporting for 1 month, dual diagnosis the dual diagnosis outpatient program, and then the access program.
It's going to be a referral to the access.
Okay. Do you have support
Yes.
outside? And who would that be? Is it relatives or
I have friends.
friends? All right. And who would you be staying with if you were released?
I'll say with my friend Brian Bruce. He lives right up to the street, North Frio Street.
All right. Do you have any family members?
I do. I don't stay with my dad because he's getting a little bit older, and I'm so he just say the wild child of the whole family,
Okay.
and nobody understands what I go through.
Okay. So,
Sorry,
oh, no
I
problem.
go through a lot. This word is with my mom's last name. I started taking her.
All right.
Yesterday was her passing 2011, so I take it hard. And then I don't have my kid.
All right. So where are your children? Where are your children?
My family doesn't let me see my kid.
All right. How many children do you have and what are their ages?
I have a 14-year-old. She's with my godmother, who's my mom's best friend, but she won't let me see her.
Okay. So you just have one child?
I have 3.
All right. So what are
And
the,
then my middle child, my grandparents' girlfriend lied to the state, saying I never took care of my child when I was there.
okay.
And the youngest, they terminated my rights.
Okay. All right. So are you receiving any type of SSI?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I understand the wanting of the weekly reporting, and that's so that we can make sure that she's on track. But, and I don't have a place for her to stay, but I'm a little bit concerned about this person who lives up the street. She really needs a stable place. Council, they do have the community court, which is next door. And I think they'll be able to help her with housing because she probably needs to be in a place where she has a case manager and everything. And I know that you have a case manager.
I have through mental health. They've been helping me. I've been with them almost ever since my mom passed away.
All right. So I'm going to need you to make sure you give those names to probation.
I have different caseworkers, but I do have like total 7 case management.
All right. And we're going to make sure that counsel, I'll need her to sign a release, at least probation will, and I'll pull that up to give to you.
And I was with them before they got arrested me.
With case managers?
Yes. When I was seeing them and they came to my friend's house, my friends told me that they came to my house when they just found out I got arrested.
All right. And can you make sure that goes to Mr. Porter? So have you been receiving your medications at the jail?
They're not the medications I need to be on. I have different medications. I have back problems and
But at the jail, have they given you any medications for mental health?
yes, they have.
All right.
The judge is trying to set her up for success with weekly Zoom reports, but you can feel the tension building. Crystal mentions she's on 7 different case management tracks. That is a lot of noise for one person to manage while sitting in jail. The judge is essentially giving her a map out of the woods, but Crystal's history suggests she might lose the trail. We're about to fast forward in time to see if these conditions actually worked. And spoiler alert, the vibe in the room is about to shift from supportive to serious.
So this is what the court is going to order. We're going to do weekly reporting by Zoom or in person. And that weekly reporting will continue until she is in the access program. And counsel, if you're able to provide probation with her case managers, then I'll reconsider that. But I just want to make sure that there's someone that she can go to and all these services can be set up through them. And you all said dual outpatient treatment? Dual diagnosis outpatient treatment? Is it dual diagnosis outpatient treatment through access? Okay.
Your Honor, can I have that document copy of the police?
Yes, your attorney will be able to get that to you. What will end up happening is all the conditions that I'm giving you,
Yes.
probation is writing them down, and we'll make sure that you have a copy of that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Probation, is there anything else? Anything else from either side?
Not from the fence.
All right, Ms. Cherry, is there anything else you need from the court?
Oh, thank you.
All right, we can go off the record. You're going to have to make sure that you stay in contact with probation. If for any reason you have an issue with probation or you don't remember, did I report, did I not report? Just come back to this specific courtroom.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. You're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Porter. Back on the record, you pled true to violation of condition number 4.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. State.
State, waive all violations.
All right. Any objections to the state's waivers?
No.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Judge, it's the elder mandatory diagnosed residential facility placement, followed by the Genesis program, monthly year analysis, documents of the support meetings, a 1-year extension, and 0 comments.
All right, so you're saying Genesis and dual diagnosis facility?
Yes, it's diagnosis.
All right.
That's correct.
All right, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And probation, is that the recommendation?
Yes.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 4 true. The court will deny the motion, alternate amending conditions to include the dual diagnosis facility followed by Genesis. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we can go off the record. You're going to need to be in communication with people, okay, so they can know what's going on.
Judge,
Yes.
may I, can we, she will need to be extended that year. So we can get that extension and then that monthly UAs for her support meetings.
Okay. All right, so we'll do an extension for 1 year. We're back on the record. Extension for 1 year, monthly UAs, and we're going to do daily sober support meetings until further notice. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Krista Colleen Cherry who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 6941 for the offense of assault of a public servant on January 30th, 2023 for a period of 2 years and extended for 1 year? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state, you may proceed.
Violated condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Crystal Colleen Cherry did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of September, October 2025 in violation of section number
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
2. Civil waiver.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and revoke you and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement or recommendation from the court? All right, state, what are you requesting?
Requesting revocation, Your Honor, and sentencing of 3 years.
All right, in defense, what are you requesting?
We'd ask that you follow the recommendation of probation to extend Ms. Cherry 1 year and put her in the state ISF cognitive program, that she needs more intense supervision. She has a lot of issues. She'd like to talk to the court about what's going on in her life, about her children being taken from her. She's on meds. She took medication this morning, but she's aware of what's going on and she's competent to have this hearing this morning.
And here we are. It's 2025, and Crystal is back for the exact same thing, failing to report. This is the moment where the courtroom grace starts to evaporate. Her attorney is trying to explain that she's competent but overwhelmed, mentioning her children being taken to Oklahoma. It's heartbreaking, but watch the judge. She's heard this before. In the legal world, there's a limit to how many times you can say, "I didn't know the rules." Is the system failing Crystal, or is Crystal failing the system? This is where the drama hits its peak.
But here's my question. This is not our first motion to revoke, and it's for the same issue.
Understood, and I see that, but she did not get the services that are being recommended now. She's
No, I
been
mean,
through quite a bit, and she really, it's a tough situation, and I'd like for her to explain to you why she was unable to report.
all right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Crystal Colleen Cherry.
All right, so this is not your first motion to revoke. You've been here before for not reporting, and that was January 2024. And the court denied the motion, altered and amended your conditions to include the access program, the dual diagnosis with probation. So, and compliance with Center for Healthcare Services. So where did it all go wrong?
August 8th through 12, I was right. And
Have you talked to probation? Did
I
you?
told him everything happened. I went to Navy for hope. So
All right,
I
so
get on the website.
let me stop you right there. This is what we're going to do. Probation,
Yes, Judge.
can you look and see if she's ever had any contact with probation by phone or email if there's no objection? By phone or email since,
She was reporting, and what happened was during this
oh,
period
just
of
one
time.
second. Since, if you'll look starting July 2025, is when are you saying you contacted someone?
I talked to my probation officer around that time. And I told him I was right.
Well, no. This is what I know. When, what time?
Um,
Was it in August? Was it in
August.
August?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so just give us a moment. I'm gonna have you take a seat. Your attorney will be able to speak with probation, and the state will be able to see if they have anything in the system,
Yes, ma'am.
because it should be in the system, okay?
Yes.
All right, we're back on the record. And Crystal Cherry, any objection to the court going out of order so I can take testimony from Ms. Abrams or just receive an update from Ms. Abrams?
Sure, no problem.
Yes, Ms. Abrams.
Judge, the last face-to-face meeting, office visit was done on August the 25th. After that, there was due diligence done with calling Haven for Hope. We received information she was no longer there. We called it a couple of other places. We received information that she was discharged from the Genesis program with the Center for Healthcare Services because of her absconding as well.
But you do confirm the fact that
8/25 was the last office visit.
she did have contact.
All right, any objection to the court reviewing the violation report?
No.
And Judge, I did also, I have the court summary if you'd like to review that as well.
Any objection to the court reviewing the court summary? All right, so I'm going to tell you what I have in the violation report. In the violation report, it states that you were at Cross Point and you moved out of Cross Point.
Yes, ma'am. And I was staying at a friend's house, but
No. Here's the thing. You're not allowed to move from place to place. When you're on probation, your residence has to be approved by probation. So you left
and I
Cross Point.
I did let my probation know where I was.
But no. That's not how probation works. You can't just go wherever you want to go.
Yes, ma'am.
So you left Cross Point.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you went for Haven for Hope. And you're telling me now between Cross Point and Haven for Hope, you ended up staying at some friend's house.
I was staying at my friend's house, and then they kicked me out, so I went to him for Hope, and that's where I was staying.
Well, you were not supposed to leave Cross Point.
I didn't know that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. All right.
I didn't know the rules. Sorry.
How come you left?
Because I feel like I have to have a pass to go to my probation. I have to have a pass to go do something. And I don't know if that was the rule for me to do that regulations of asking to go somewhere.
All right. Let me just tell you, here's the court's problem. you've been here before for the exact same thing.
Yes, ma'am.
And all of the issues that your attorney is requesting that I give you to address your failure to report, that's already been done before. And you're back here with the same thing, failure to report. I can't help you, and nobody can help you if you won't follow through. And for you to leave Cross Point without permission, that was a choice. And then from Cross Point, you leave without permission, and then you start staying with some friends. And then from there, you leave and start staying from Haven for Hope. And nobody knows.
This is the nail in the coffin. The judge just pointed out that Crystal voluntarily left Cross Point, a supervised living facility, to stay with friends who were allegedly stealing her Social Security checks. This is a classic bad versus worse scenario. By leaving the place the court assigned her, she didn't just move houses. She absconded. In the eyes of the law, that's a choice, not an accident. The judge is about to drop the hammer. Brace yourselves, because 3 years in prison is officially on the table.
And according to the violation report, they actually attempted to contact all of your collaterals that you have given them, all your family members, all of the phone numbers. So I just don't think that you're appropriate for probation.
Judge, she has a letter that she'd like to give you.
Sure.
A couple of things in the report I think bear notice, be noted as well. On page, numbers, I believe it's second page.
Okay.
Under the heading residential,
Yes.
it shows that she was sent to the duly diagnosed residential facility, and she was there from 1/23/25 to 6/3/25.
Oh, she was
Spent 131 days there, and she completed that program. So my point is that when being supervised in a residential program, she was successful. Under classes and other conditions, on 5/2/23, she was evaluated TAP substance abuse, and she completed the program or term there. In addition, it has on the bottom sober support meetings. She was going to those meetings, evaluation TAP date from 1/30/23 to 8/23/24, 8/23/24, completion of the program or term. So she has a history of some success under the supervision of the court. And I'm looking at the recommendation of probation here, and it says to extend her and put her in a state ISF cognitive program, that the state IS will be to help her with correct thinking, promote social behaviors, and in a drug-free zone. One of her concerns is she's been explaining to me that she's experienced issues with CPS taking her children. They took them up to Oklahoma, and that's difficult for anybody. And
Now,
someone with her condition, she's on several medications right now. She's taking
That's right. So, and then, Pepper. I have seizures.
all right. So this is what I want you to understand. One, I understand your attorney's argument, and I understand your argument. However, this is the second time you've been before the court on a violation of condition number 4, which is not reporting. And with that violation of condition number 4, what your attorney is telling me is similar to the information that I received before. And so what I did was I had them give you a place to stay, which was Cross Point. You left Cross Point.
That's right.
You decided to go with some friends. And then you're saying they put you out.
They
then
stole
you
my
went-
identity of my phone. I have 3 checks coming in time card. I put a lock on it because they changed my phone, used my pen lock on my phone to change it to
Let
their.
me ask you this. Did you have your children with you at Cross Point, or were they with CPS?
CPS took them
All
away.
right, so CPS had your children while you were at Cross Point. You leave Cross Point and go live with some friends. And you said the friends were stealing the child support money, right?
Not child support, my social security,
Okay.
my SSI, my SDI.
All right.
I'm on discipline.
All right. So what I can tell you is this. I've tried to give you conditions to help you. And if you had a CPS case, CPS would have given you conditions to help you.
They were all close. My two oldest was never terminated. I have temporary custody. And then my last one, my youngest daughter was terminated.
So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grant the motion, find you guilty, revoke, sentence you to 3 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, credit for any successful completion of inpatient treatment, and I'm going to request the therapeutic community. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Do you understand?
Yes,
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. So here's the thing. The therapeutic community is designed to help you.
Yes, ma'am.
I have no jurisdiction to force them to place you in the program. But what will end up happening is on your judgment, it'll show that the court is requesting that. But you're going to have to ask for that as well.
But I have to go back to the housing
Now, once you've been released from the prison, if you make parole,
so I have 3 years in prison.
your attorney will talk to you about parole laws and how that works. But if you're placed on parole, what will end up happening is usually on parole, you have to give them a location where you will be staying.
I would like to go back to Haven for Hope too.
Oh, you'll have to let them know, okay? And when you're released, if there's anything you need and you can't find a place, if I'm still here, you come back here and I'll make sure that I help you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Who's next?
Get an idea.
Yes, ma'am. I have Daniel Orozco, page 5 at the bottom. I'm getting the fee right now, Mr. Wolf.
Did you understand you're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding you guilty as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes,
Are you proceeding with sentencing?
we'll waive that. I have a motion for return of property, Your Honor, that I like for the court to consider it. I already served Mr. Sanders.
Okay, the first question though, are you asking to proceed with sentencing?
Yeah, I mentioned yes, Your Honor.
All right, is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Well, Your Honor, this was a difficult case for the state and for us, for the defense. There was a confrontation among neighbors, and that confrontation led to both sides shooting each other. There is another party to this offense that has also been arrested, and I understand to be the other person that participated in the confrontation. So it is unclear who started the fight or who started the shooting. And given the uncertainty of the situation, my client decided to take the offer of the state, given that it was a very reasonable offer, and he believes that he can follow the terms of the probation.
How old are you, Mr. Guerrero?
I'm 21.
How far did you go in school?
I graduated high school.
So what are you doing with your life?
As of right now,
Yes.
I want to go to like barber school. I always wanted to like be a barber.
Okay, not what you want to do. What are you
Oh.
currently doing? How are you supporting yourself?
Well, I've been trying to get a job, but since the monitor, I haven't been able to.
Did you have a job before the monitor?
Yes,
And what were you doing?
I was window tinting at my sister's ex-boyfriend's shop.
All right. And I guess your wife is absentee.
Yes,
Do you have any children?
yes, I have a 5-month baby.
Child Protective Services involved?
No,
All right. And I see that Stefan Brown is an acquaintance of absentee. What is Stefan Brown relationship to any of you?
just a friend.
Well, you know that you're not to have any more contact with him.
Yes, I haven't talked to him in forever since that happened.
All right. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Positive,
For what?
marijuana,
And what else?
and that's it.
And what would your wife be positive for?
Nothing.
So why are you using marijuana if no one else in your household uses marijuana?
As Crystal is led away, we shift to a new defendant, Mr. Guerrero. He's 21, graduated high school, and he just admitted to testing positive for marijuana while having a 5-month-old at home. But the real kicker? He was involved in a neighborhood shootout. Listen to the judge's wit here. She's comparing these 20-year-olds to Doc Holliday and the Clantons. It's a sharp, necessary reality check. The court isn't a movie set. It's a place where real neighbors are trying to eat dinner without bullets flying through the walls. Talk about a wake-up call. Should the court give him a break because of his age? Or is it time for him to grow up like the judge says?
I don't know, honestly.
Here's the thing, it's time for you to grow up. You got a 5-month-old.
Yes, I understand.
And I can tell you right now, the 5-month-old does not need to be smelling marijuana. And if you're using marijuana, whether you're using it inside the house or outside the house, you smell like marijuana. And that affects your child. Do you want your child's brain functions to be slowed down when they go to school because his dad can't stop using marijuana?
No, Your Honor.
So you had better straighten up.
Yes, I plan to.
Judge, if I may, I would like for the court to order the removal of the GPS, given that my client has complied with.
I don't know if I'm going to order GPS, removal of GPS. I'm having a conversation with your client to see what type of person he is. Because the only thing I know about him so far is that he's getting in a shootout in a neighborhood where I'm sure people are trying to relax and enjoy life, and they can't because we have 20-year-olds who are getting in shootouts like it's Dodge, like it's the the Clantons and the Earps. Doc Holliday, where is Doc Holliday? That's what they're acting like. And I'm sure nice people were enjoying their life, having a little pleasant. Can you imagine if you're at your house, you're just sitting down, relaxing, Brenna, with your children, maybe eating dinner at the kitchen table, and all of a sudden you're hearing gunshots, and it's your neighbors acting like it's a shootout, like we're living in the Wild West. At least if you knew I'm living in the Wild West, shootout could occur at any time, you'd be prepared. I'm sure people were ducking in their bathtubs, and if some little child would end up getting shot by some stray bullet, then we would have had a bunch of 20-year-olds in here boo-hooing and crying on the news about I didn't mean to. When I put that right up there when you have to tell people during 4th, why are you firing weapons in the air? I mean, at some point, those bullets have to come down. So that's where we are, Mr. Guerrero.
Your Honor, is not so much that he's wearing that GPS. It is the fact that it can get quite costly, and my client still is trying to find a job. He has a newborn that he needs to.
I understand what you're saying, Mr. Leal. Right now, I'm giving your client a lecture, so hopefully he won't do this silly thing again, because I don't know if his parents ever gave him this lecture. And I see all the tattoos on his hands. What are the tattoos that he spent money for, unless he got it done in somebody's garage, that he spent money for instead of buying milk and supplies for the baby? So What are those tattoos on your fingers? May I see them, please?
Loyalty.
Loyalty to who?
Just it says loyalty, our values, everything.
No. There's loyalty and something else on there. What does it all say? And what does it really mean?
Loyalty, out, values, everything.
And I'm sure that doesn't end because that's not a complete sentence. So what's on the other hand?
I don't have nothing. Those are only my tattoos.
Brenda, what does that even mean?
It's like it's from like a rap song or whatever.
What rap song?
It's from Kodak. I don't know.
Just listening to that wasn't enough. You had to write it down. And let me just tell you, I don't know if it's true or not, but the rumor is a lot of rappers are not even writing their own lyrics. Somebody else is writing it, and they're just saying it.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, some of them.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. 4 years deferred adjudication. Affirmative finding of deadly weapon, taking consideration 2021 CR 812B. Restitution and no contact with Tamara Alvarado, Patricia Santos. There's to be no contact with Stephon Brown and Aiden Alvarado. The MRT program is a program to tell you need to do what's right. You need to follow the rules. Don't go shooting up the neighborhood.
Yes, Your Honor.
You know, when it's time for trash to be taken out on Wednesday or Thursday, or when it's taken out for you, take the trash out. When the trash man runs, bring it back in. That's what the MRT is just telling people, would you please follow the rules of society so everyone can live peacefully, so that people can eat their dinner without having to worry that there's going to be a shootout. I'm sure people who bought their homes never thought you'd be moving in and engaging in a shootout. So the MRT, 150 hours of community service restitution, the court will waive 40 of those if you provide proof of a COVID vaccination that includes the booster. Court is not forcing anyone to get the vaccination, but if you do, you'll have those hours waived. I'm going to want parenting classes. If you complete those parenting classes, I'll waive your community service hours, but no matter what, you will complete parenting classes. You're going to either do a trade school or do something towards seeking a higher level of education. And I'll tell you, I know you weren't on here, but I'll tell you what I tell everybody else. There's no shame in whatever job you want to do, but it needs to be a legal job. And whatever job that is, you need to be the best at it you can be. So if you want to be a landscaper, be the best landscaper. If you want to bag groceries, guess what? We need people to bag groceries. We need people to dig ditches. We need people to work in service industries. We need doctors. We need lawyers. We need judges. We need everything. Pick one, be the best at it. You made your life a little bit difficult because any occupation that requires a license requires a background check, and they're going to see this on it. Not saying that's going to disqualify you, but it's going to make it difficult for you to get your license as a barber.
Yes,
So
I understand.
I
understand.
All right. So I want trade school or some sort of higher level of education. We're going to do the UA hotline. And Rebecca, I'm going to want him tested for levels. We're going to do GPS tracking, waive fees, and we're going to give you a curfew. Your curfew is going to be 7:30 p.m. I'm going to want random field visits. Three times per month. If he does well, we'll see about lowering that. There should be regular Zoom reporting or in person. So if something happens, you can't report by Zoom, you'll need to report in person. Do you understand?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Rebecca, is there anything else he needs?
Sorry, Judge, the proof of employment.
Thank you. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider with minors. Mr. Guerrero, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. With that, we'll go off the record. Mr. Guerrero, so many people could have ended up being killed in this Dodge shootout y'all were having at
I
high
understand
noon.
that now.
And you know what? You could easily be charged with murder or something else.
Yes.
You understand? So
Yes, I
you're going to have to
understand.
start flying right, make your child proud of you, and be happy to say that you're dad. You understand?
Yes, I understand.
All right, Mr. Leal, there was something you wanted.
Yes, Your Honor. I filed a motion for return of property in this case at the suggestion of Mr. Sanders.
And what property are you asking to be returned?
The gun, Your Honor.
Oh, we'll need to have a hearing on that.
If it is
Where's this
necessary,
gun going?
I'm sorry?
Where's this gun going? Because it's not going back to Mr. Guerrero. He knows nothing of gun safety.
It's going to be in my possession, Judge.
You need to file a motion
I
and
did.
have the state, have you conferred with the state?
I did.
Mr. Sanders?
Judge, I haven't seen the motion, but I told him I would have no objection if he filed a motion requesting that it be released to him as payment.
All right, so Mr. Leal,
Yes, Your Honor.
and this is for the 2021 CR 8111B case, correct?
Correct.
All right, so you need to file a different order, because in this order, you're asking that the gun be returned to the defendant, comma, his attorney or his attorney's agents. So I'm not going to agree to have the gun returned to the defendant.
No, Your Honor. I mean, it's going to come into my possession, and that's it. And you know, if we can get it on the record, I can stipulate to that on the record.
No. You'll need to file a motion that says that it's going to you and not the defendant, because in the order that I have, it says it's being returned to the defendant.
I'll just file another order, Judge, and then
Yes.
the other language.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Once that's filed, I'll take care of it. All right,
Thank you,
Mr.
Your Honor. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Thank you, Mr. Leon. Mr. Guerrero, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2. Probation is going to go over conditions with you, okay?
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
You said I have a time limit.
Oh, you have a curfew. You need to be at
So
home by 7:30.
So does that mean like I get to like leave the house or like?
Oh no, you're allowed to leave the house in the morning time.
Yes.
And I'll put that, Rebecca. We're going to put the morning time at 7 a.m. He's not to leave before that unless he has employment.
Okay.
And you need to be back in the house by 7:30 p.m.
Okay, and that's only if I like have a job, right?
Yes.
Okay, I was just wondering.
But here it is, Mr. Guerrero. It's tracking. So you're allowed to go pick up food items for your child. You understand? You can do that. But you need to be in the house at 7:30. So I'm not going to allow you to leave the house until 7 a.m. because I can say you can be in the house at 7:30 p.m. And then I guarantee you, if I were to tell somebody that they're like, I'm in at 7:30 p.m. Now I'm going out at 8:30 p.m. So your hours to be outside of your house, running your errands is from that morning time period that I gave you to 7:30 p.m.
Okay.
Now, if there is some issue, Rebecca, where his employment is a different time and he needs to be out later or before that time period in the morning, just let the court know. But Mr. Guerrero, that's not going to be, oh, I'm working with my cousin and this is the time. I need documentation. You understand?
Yes.
All right. So if you will go to breakout room number 2,
Okay.
Probation will meet you there. And everyone, we are done for today and see everybody tomorrow.
Yes.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
So does anybody want to tell me what the aggravated robbery is about?
I can summarize it, Your Honor.
Yes.
My client, or a lady went to her truck or a Kia. I keep saying a truck, but it's a Kia. To go somewhere, and in the driveway, when she got to the driveway, there was two individuals in her car, not my client. There was an individual she noticed across the street, which was my client. When she approached the car, the co-defendant Lamas was in the driver's side, and he had broken the column, and he had rummaged through and had some stuff collected. There was a man, Ray Barfield, I believe, in the passenger seat, who evidently had a gun in his lap. And when she approached the car, I believe her statement is that she pointed it at her. I was more concentrated on her, but that's where the aggravated part comes in. Those two ran from the car. My client is walking near a Dairy Queen a little bit later with the guy that was in the driver's seat. And when the police contact them, all the stolen items from the car are just like on the floor, like on the sidewalk by the feet. The person with the gun is away. They are able to ultimately identify the person with the gun with the aid and assistance of my client and the other co-defendant, and do not defend the case too. Although the witnesses' accounts would be that my client was across the street in a lookout capacity, and that this was I guess the incident of the homeowner walking out, walking into her car being burglarized, and that the kid in the driver in the passenger seat that pulled into that and exposed the fire.
Well, you were given a chance for education. I mean, you're where you are now because of your actions and nobody else's. I've had plenty of clients before where they just been the lookout, and guess what? It turns into capital murder charge. In Texas, if you're just a lookout for somebody and they kill somebody, guess what? It's just like you killed them as well. Doesn't matter if you have the gun or not. If you're with somebody and you all decide to go rob a gas station, and if they go into that gas station, they kill somebody, it's just like you were in the gas station killing somebody as well. It's sort of like they're your agent and you're responsible for their actions. So you had a chance on probation. And what time did this happen?
I don't know. It was night.
It was nighttime?
I don't know. It was early enough to where the homeowner was going to go run an errand or something, but I don't know.
So had street lights come on, because I gave him a curfew. And obviously you didn't follow the curfew, because guess what? If you would have been where you were supposed to be, this wouldn't have happened. Now you're going to prison. And how old are you?
23.
You're 23. You're crying. And I know you're crying. You're crying, and I know you're crying because you don't want to go to prison. And you're just like, I was just across the street. But as I said, in Texas, if you're with a group of people and you all are burglarizing vehicles and somebody pulls a gun, it's just like you pulled the gun, whether or not you pulled a gun, because y'all are working together. You understand? Nobody wants to go to prison. You had a chance not to go to prison and turn your life around. I gave you deferred adjudication, tried to help you by tightening up your schedule a little bit, by putting you on a curfew, and you still find these people to hang out with who mean you no good and mean society no good. I don't understand why young people are breaking into vehicles. Now you got to ask yourself, is stealing a car worth 7 years of your life? Breaking into somebody's house and getting caught, was that really worth 7 years of your life? All of these crimes that people are committing, they need to be asking themselves, how much of my life would I be willing to give away to commit this crime for just some foolishness, for a vehicle that's going to end up being destroyed because the column is broken, instead of just doing what's right? I tell people all the time, life, yeah, it can be hard because things happen to good people sometimes. But 9 times out of 10 in your situation, if you would have just followed the rules, guess what? You would not be in the situation that you're in now. And then you come to this court, I give you deferred adjudication to get your life together. You wouldn't be in this situation where you are now. That aggravated robbery case, the range of punishment on that is 5 to 99 years of life in prison. You understand? Yeah. So I know 7 years is hard. And let me just tell you, prison life is hard because when you go to prison, much like the Bexar County Jail sometimes, people just won't leave you alone and let you do your time in peace. Always got to watch over your back. But you could have been in the free world. So now what's going to end up happening? I'm going to follow the agreement and I'm going to sentence you to 7 years. But let me just tell you something. Do not become institutionalized, because people who go to prison, you know what they say? I will never be in this situation again. I'm gonna be the child that my mom wants me to be. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna act right. And then you know what ends up happening? They get out, time when they smell free air, and get to their house. There's a celebration. You're home. Everything's going fine. I would say about 80% of the people, they stay on the right track for about 20 days. Then their old friends start coming around, and then they're right back before another judge with another offense. If you continue the way that you're continuing, you're going to find yourself living at the prison, and you're going to be the oldest person in the prison. In Texas, they have repeater status. And if you come back, you'll be coming back as a repeater. And that bumps up whatever felony you have, it bumps it up punishment range. And then if you go back to prison and come back, you're going to be a habitual. And for some felonies, your minimum is going to be 25 years to start with. And you're going to look up and you're going to be at the prison and you're going to realize you're like 50, 60 at the prison. You understand? Yeah. All right. This is what the court will do. There's an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. The court will grant the motion, find you guilty. Court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with Adan, A-D-A-N, or Tamara Alvarado, Patricia Santos, Stefan, S-T-E-P-H-O-N, Brown. And who's the complainant in the other case?
Judge,
Oh, you know what? I may have it in the indictment.
She is listed on.
the victim's name is Samantha Rios.
All right, and Samantha Rios. And I'm going to order restitution to Samantha Rios. Is there any objection from either side?
No, Your Honor.
All right, there's restitution, if any, to Samantha Rios and cause number 2023 CR 10419A.
Would that be joint several with this co-defendants?
We can say jointly and severally liable. Who are the co-defendants?
It's going to be Damien.
Just 1 second. Let me write jointly and several. Okay, who?
Damien, D-A-M-I-E-N, Lamas.
Okay.
Ray Barfield.
Is that B-A-R-E?
Just B-A-R-F-I.
All right. Jointly and several liable with Damian Llamas, Ray Barfield, and there's to be no contact with Damian Llamas and Ray Barfield. Although you may end up having contact with them at the prison, it will just be a matter of where they place you. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Nothing from the state.
No, guys.
You're welcome. Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. You better change your life. Otherwise, it's not going to end well for you. Either you're going to end up in prison or either you're going to try to break into somebody else's vehicle and they're going to end up shooting you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For Mr. Salazar.
And are you Mr. Salazar?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Henry Renee Salazar who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2025 CR 010320 for the offense of evading arrest or detention with a vehicle on August 22nd, 2025 for a period of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Judge. We're proceeding on the motion, but we do have an oral amendment to violation of section 10.
Oh, is there another?
There should be a supplement, first amendment. I'm not judge.
No. Yes, please.
Here you go, Judge.
Thank you. And also, did you review the first amended motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision with your attorney? And did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, State, you may proceed.
To do the first amended motion to revoke. And it's regarding violation of conviction number 10. It should read violation of conviction number 11 on or about the 21st day of October. In Fair County, Texas, the defendant Henry Renee Salazar did then and there purchase, receive, possess, or transport a weapon in violation of condition.
Any objection to the amendment?
No, Your Honor, no objection.
All right, Mr. Salazar, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Henry Salazar.
All right, do you understand that the state is asking that the violation condition be amended to reflect a violation of condition number 11 and not condition number 10? Do you understand that's a substantive change to the motion to revoke? And do you understand that your attorney has certain rights or certain days to prepare for to answer the allegations that are in this motion?
Yes.
And are you waiving that time?
Yes.
And defense, are you waiving the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then to violation of condition number 11 as read by the state, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
State, any objection to the waivers?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 11, if the court were to find that true, the court could find you guilty, revoke, and sentence you up to 3 years, after 10 years in the prison. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing that you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 11.
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 11 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. This time the state is asking that we deny the state's motion, alter and amend its conditions for him to attend state ISF. And the reason for that, after comparing with the probation department, is because he was just placed on deferred adjudication in August of 2025. I know there are other allegations that are going to be taken care of outside of disagreement. However, after reviewing the evidence, that is what we are left with.
All right, thank you. All right, state, you may be excused. Probation, is that your recommendation?
Yes, Judge.
All right. How old are you?
19.
All right. Do you want me to follow this or you want me to send you to prison? All right, so here's the thing. I understand that sometimes people are young, right? And they don't think things through. The studies I've seen, and based on my experience as a defense attorney and prosecutor, sometimes young people, they don't look at the consequences. Sometimes it has to do with instant gratification, or sometimes there's peer pressure. You are on deferred adjudication for a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is 2 to 10 years at the prison. You understand? You're going to have to, if I follow your agreement, you're going to have to start making better decisions. Otherwise, you're going to end up in prison, potentially. And I really regret that they don't have after-school programs anymore. I think we're all old enough, maybe except for Megan. We're all old enough to remember the after-school specials. And there were 2 after-school specials that I saw when I was growing up. One was with Susan Day from the Partridge Family. I think it was called Caged, where she ended up going to prison. I think she had stole something, right? And she's in prison with all of these grown adults, and she's sort of like a teenager. And the other one was involving the actors who played in The White Shadow. Do you remember The White Shadow? Mm-hmm. About this white guy who goes in to do this basketball team in the bad part of town. But it ran for many years. And they did a Scared Straight thing with them. And so with Scared Straight, what ended up happening is they would take young people, take them to the jail or the prison where the inmates scream at them and tell them this is what's going to happen to you in prison or whatever. And so in that Scared Straight program, the inmate told the guy, the teenager, say, look, if you don't get your life better, you're going to end up coming in here in prison, and it's not where you want to be. And you know what ended up happening? One of them didn't listen to them, and they ended up going to prison, and they thought it was going to be fine because they're like, oh my gosh, you remember me? You talked to me doing Scared Straight. And that inmate looked at him and said, I don't know you. And then the screen went black. So you don't want to be the person who ends up in prison because you can't think through the consequences of your actions. You understand? Yes. So I give people choices sometimes. So I'm going to give you a choice today, right? I can revoke you. I'll sentence you to 2 years in the prison, or I'll follow the state's recommendation, which is deny your motion, alter your conditions, which is what he's agreed to, your counsel has agreed to. You're going to go into custody and you're going to go to ISF. So, and I believe, do y'all want ISF cognitive, or is there something else going on? Okay. So those are your choices. Which do you prefer?
Second.
All right. And then if you're drug tested today, is there going to be any positive other than, well, you tell me, what is it? What are you going to be positive for?
Just not
All right. So who is your support system?
mom, mother, and my grandma.
All right. So do you love your mom and your grandmother? Stop putting them through this. Life is so easy. You know, there was a blues song that I love to listen to. And that person said, life is hard, but it's fair. Like, you're going to come in bumps along the way, but you're in the big boys land. And if you don't do right, you could go to prison. You cannot smoke marijuana. And I want you to stress this to him after I finish. You can't do marijuana while you're on probation. Can't do alcohol while you're on probation. Don't hang out with people who mean you no good while you're on probation. Do you understand? Is this mom here today or grandpa?
She's here.
All right. Mom, could you come up for a moment, please?
Hello.
Hi. I'm not going to swear in. Any objections to me not swearing her in?
No, yeah.
All right. So tell me. So neither the state nor the defense wants him to go to prison. He's very young. That's why I'm looking at things slightly differently. So I'm going to need you to be the strong, strict parent for him. So tell me, what is his issues? What does he need? Is there some condition that I need to give him to help you put him in line?
I think that the ISF program is going to be the best option for him. I think that is going to do something better than prison. He's young, and despite his actions, he's honestly really smart. He's really, really smart.
So is he in school, or is he hanging around with different people you don't want him hanging around with? What's going on?
It's the company he keeps, it's not them. Whenever friends get together, all of them make decisions that are not good. Luckily, he's no longer, around friends. He has no more friends that come around, no more. He's just by himself. He did, register in school to get his, diploma or GED.
Okay.
Recently, so which would be Tuesdays and Thursdays. However, I feel like he needs to own up to his actions and face the consequences. And I think this would be a good program.
Right. So tell me, when he's at home, other than working towards his GED, is he employed? What does he do all day?
He's not employed yet. He's had some interviews lined up.
Okay.
And just other than that, I mean, he hasn't got hired yet, but he was still focusing on going to school and completing. Because, like I said, he's actually really smart.
Okay. And let me ask you this: does he need GPS so you'll know where he is?
The
fees will be waived, so it won't be any extra financial burden.
I think GPS might help for right now. He doesn't have any. He doesn't want to cut it off or flee or anything like that. He does good on it. He won't even leave the front door. He does well on it. He's not disrespectful towards me or his siblings. He has manners. I'm sorry for what he's done. I couldn't tell you why he's made those decisions, but
oh no, here's the thing: not your fault. At some point, even if we think that we haven't been good parents, at some point it's no longer your fault. At some point, people have to start taking responsibility for their own actions. So I'm just trying to figure out what we can do so that potentially he doesn't go to prison, you know? All right. Thank you so much. All right. Come back. All right. So this is what the court will do. Court deny the motion to alter and amend conditions to include state ISF. You'll go into custody for that. There's going to be partial GPS for school or work until further notice, waive the fees. There's going to be 300 hours of community service restitution. 100 of those hours will be deemed satisfied upon completion of the GED. I'm going to order you to get your diploma or GED, and then the remaining hours will be deemed satisfied if you obtain any type of trade school certification or if you attend some type of higher learning. You understand? Now, I'm not ordering you to get your trade school certification, but you have a choice. Either you can do 200 hours of community service out in the heat, or either you can do it to better yourself. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have any questions about anything?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Probation, is there anything else?
no, Judge.
All right. We can go off the record. In this court, communication is key. You have an issue, you better talk to probation. If you feel they're not addressing it, that's why I'm here. All right, good luck to you.